Okay. So if you guys were unaware, Remixed Heroes got updated. I have been saying for a while that Heroes was going to have to do something with the Remix banner. There was going to have to be some form of consolidation or expansion or something. And they did it. So props to them for watching youtube.com/@KCBBrian. It is done. I looked at archives of notes. I looked at past notifications. I looked up the new information. I triple checked it. This is what we're dealing with. I went through all this. I went through all that. Don't worry about these. We'll know more about that after this month of January. The hero tracker, as it were. Now, before it looked like this. And now it looks like this. So let's talk about it. January. January now has Erica, Roy, Mira, and Plumeria in red. We have Note and Uller and Faye in blue. We have Hector, Lynn, Celica, and Eitri in green. And then Micaiah, Alm, and Air in colorless. Not a lot actually changed here. I imagine that's because it was already a fairly full month. And a lot of these are going to be filling out later months, like towards the summer. That's my guess. Okay. February switched up a little bit. You got Ike and Nana in red. There's Peony, Lucina, and Crom in blue. Hell is in green. And then a full squad of colorless with Ash, Bramimond, and Robin. And I'm presuming Medius. This is a projection based on the fact that we will be getting the next several drops in February. And there are a couple like that. Okay. So just keep note of that. Okay. He's not confirmed. He's confirmed to be in February, but which banner he's on is speculation. However, he is in that next batch of like 7 or so that would be bumped out in February, so I could see it happening. March. Oh boy. March. Seliph, Altina, Eliwood, Ryoma, Azura, Sita, Dimitri, Naga. Huge. I'll talk about that at the end. Why that's huge. Freya, Triandra, Elamine. That should be Elamine's remix. One that I am very much looking forward to. And then also Mila. And again, Asker. Confirmed to be March. Not necessarily this banner. But he is in that next batch. Okay. So. Be on the lookout there. April. Kind of a weird month. But we'll make note of it. There you go. The Neefel siblings. -1. May. Also a bit of a weird month. Maybe not so much when we talk about it at the end here. But currently, Regan, Sothis, Lilina, Marth, and Sigurd are all due back in red. Deirdre and Tiki are in blue. We got Edelgard and Byleth in green, and then Arvel and Claude in colorless. June, that's just Ephraim. Only Ephraim. Okay. July. Byleth, Dagger, Thor, Thrasir. Duma, Ashera, Leaf. September. Other Leaf. Julia, Saros, A tier minimum mythic, Oter, and Korn. And then in November we have Yoon coming back. Now, a far cry out, because previously the farthest reaching hero, I believe, was Ephraim in January of 2026. Now we go so far as to say November of 2025. So, a year. Not a year and several months. Is it better? Sure. Seems better. A couple of reasons why they might be doing this. Number one, they're changing the Hall of Forms rotation. This is not a likelihood, but there are several variations in here which confuse me a little bit. Mainly June. Don't really know what's up with June. It's weird. Could they be adding for rotation? Are they announcing a new game? Is something like that happening? I don't know. The other thing that might be a little more likely is that they are expanding the remix banners to be 3 instead of 2. Strong possibility. There is also the possibility that instead of putting limited returning heroes, such as rearmed or attuned or aided heroes, on these banners twice every other month, they are just going to do the new heroes return featuring those types of heroes every month, which so far has been the rate at which those banners have been appearing. It's a little weird because November they usually add extra banners because of like Black Friday stuff. Okay, so November is usually a heavy month. And then the holidays in general, also heavy months, right? December, January. It is my speculation that they are doing them monthly now, but we will know for sure once we get past the anniversary, which I know is like 4 months from now. All this is to say, we will know come anniversary time. In the meantime, this is what we have speculation-wise. And this is what we have to work with. Now, let's talk a little bit about why characters are where they are. The Hall of Forms rotation, as it currently sits, accommodates relatively the same as what we've been talking about. However, there is still a chance that Micaiah is on the Hall of Forms for Path of Radiance games in January. They put Radiant Ike in a Hall of Forms for Path of Radiance one time. That was kind of weird. Speaking of, Ike is now in February, which is technically the Radiant Dawn month. Throwing that out there. March is huge because Naga is there now, and March is an Awakening Hall of Forms month currently, which would be great. We would love that. I did, however, just redo my Naga, so it doesn't really matter for me. Here's where we get into the heavy hitters. May is 3 houses. All things considered, Sothis, Edelgard, Byleth, Arvel, Claude. 5 options, technically. Are all of them likely? No, because there's 4. However, A lot of options, for sure. Surely at least one of them will be on the Hall of Forms banner. Okay, and you'll be able to pick up a Forma in one of those heroes. Hopefully. Praying. Hopefully. July is also kind of huge, because that is, again, supposedly going to be a Heroes Month, and you have the focal points being Dagger, Thor, and Thrasir. Two of those feel a lot more exciting than another. Sorry, Thrasir. Actually, I'm not sorry. Dagger or Thor would be such a better option. Or both. Both is also acceptable. So that's what we have. That's the hero tracker. We're all caught up. Everything is at peace, I think. Everything seems fine now. For the time being. Let's hope it doesn't happen again. But it did require a bit of nuking to make it, you know. Sometimes you gotta trim the plant back for it to grow stronger. You know what I mean? That's what I think we've done here. Thank you guys for watching. If you found it helpful, be sure to leave a like. My head hurts, and I spent all of Saturday morning doing this, which is very cool. That's it for now. Thanks again, and I will see you in the next one.